Hello, welcome to Valleyview Business Systems. My name is John, and I'm going to give you a presentation about who we are and what we do. So first off, I'm going to give you a quick run through of who we are, and then I'll follow up with how it works. So we generate leads for your company, and we do this using some proprietary software that helps us get better and more quality leads. As you know, we live in a digital age where everything we search for is at our fingertips, and which is how most people are searching for things using their cell phones. Rarely are we seeing people use the yellow pages. Um, More and more people are using digital media, digital streaming services such as Netflix, Pandora, YouTube, etc., which makes advertising on radio and television a little more difficult. So how we help you, like I said before, is we put your clients at their fingertips. Next, so we do this by placing these ads on Google, Facebook, Instagram, etc. So how we're different than other people is we have that proprietary software that helps us find the perfect keyword, as well as using some landing pages and things like this that help us keep you at the number 1 through number 3 position on Google searches, which helps you because if you're anything like me, you rarely search beyond the first 2 pages when you're searching for something. So how that gets you more business is that people are usually clicking on those first 2 ads when they pull up a Google search. So how are we different than marketers? Well, we're not spending money to create billboards, TV ads, etc. The only money you're spending is for the ads online and for our management fees. That's it. So we usually cost significantly less because we're able to do so much more for so much less. And because we can get your ads perfectly placed, we are actually able to help you spend significantly less because of how we make things work. So, as you can see, our success rate, a lot of the businesses we help can see a double or triple their profits. Some people are even getting 10 times what they were before. Obviously, these are people who weren't using any marketing or lead generating services. So, if you're interested, that's the nitty gritty. Give me a call. There's my phone number. And we can get things rolling. If you still want to know more, dive in a little deeper. So this is how we're going to help you get 4 to 5 times more solar clients each week in that Phoenix Mesa area, using that perfect solar ad to get the leads at the lowest cost possible. So here's what we cover in the next couple of slides. Things that you must do that your competitors are already doing, and how you can get twice the leads by making these few simple changes, and how we can guarantee the highest quality of leads every time. Also, we can get this thing launched in 5 to 7 days without any risk. So here's your opportunity. Let's say we have 1,000 people searching online for solar, whether it be installation or information, etc. About 10% of those people actually turn into a lead. So if you have 100 leads of those 1,000 people, and you have about a 25% closing rate, that varies on the company, that varies on the region, etc. But that's a potential of 20 new solar clients a month. So if we then take that to the next step, saying, well, if we have 20 new solar clients a month, what's the lifetime value of a solar client? Once again, this number varies on the region and obviously varies on the size of an installation. That equals a $9,000 to $36,000 value per month. So what can that mean for you? That's some pretty good money. Obviously, the numbers can be a lot higher. I know that when I was getting solar bid out, my solar job was $80,000 because I wanted to put a new roof that they could loop into my loan, etc. So there's definitely things that can tack onto that. And now that they have those new solar Tesla batteries and things like that, boy, those are some awesome options that can also help, one, help the customer, because I think those things are amazing, and two, also helps your top end. So here's what some top solar providers are doing that you're probably not, or you may be doing, but we can help improve. So you can see on this column over here, this is what people are spending: $391,000, $42,000, and then there's the list goes on. So we have that solar client generating machine. So this helps us to generate high intent solar leads, as well as scale highly relevant ads. So as this little graph here is showing you, we have the volume of searches on the left, and then we have search term variations on the bottom x-axis. If you can see here, this is where most people are spending their money. They're using it on this high volume search area. So obviously with you having this high volume, you're getting a lot of false clicks because you're number one. So if I was just perusing the internet and I looked up like a Ram truck just because I wanted to look at it, guess what's number one on the Google target? Google ad is Ram trucks. So I click on that and I'm taking away from their volume, their monies that they're spending, and with very little intent. I already own a Ram truck. I just wanted to look what's new and updated. But you consider and you compare that to what these other search terms right down here are doing. And when you do this, you create this, the more specific we are making our search term, the more probability they are of actually converting into a lead. So this green down here at the bottom, this is where we're wanting to target. So this is how Google ranks you, where you end up on the ad ranking for when someone does a search. So you have your maximum cost per click, and this is where most people end up because they want to put a ton of money to put them in the top positions, and sometimes that takes a lot of money. So if you look at my little example down here, you had advertiser 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you look at the differences, advertiser 1 spent $2 on their ad ranking, but they got a high quality score. I'm going to go over that in just a second. But because they spent so little, but they had a really good quality score, that puts them at the number 1 position. Person number 2 spent a little bit more, didn't have a very good quality score. They ended up at rank number 2. Advertiser 3 spent more, very little quality, ended up down a foot lower. And then you look at the very bottom, advertiser 4, they spend even more money, and they didn't even get ranked because their quality score is so low. So what goes into that quality score? It's your AdWords, looking up here right below that quality score, your AdWord, and the user experience. User experience is what translates into your landing page, how easy it is to use your website, etc. And that gives you a higher quality score by how well you do these other things. This is where we focus. We try to get you this $2 max bid with a high quality score to keep you in the number 1 position. So CTR stands for click-through ratio. So, or click-through rate, sorry. So your click-through rate has to do with your ad relevance, which is where the more specific we can get your search terms, the better, and then your landing page quality, and that will determine how fast someone clicks through your ads. So this is what people commonly do. They will, like the bicycle term in the very beginning, they'll have a campaign, and under that campaign, they'll have a number of ads with a number of keywords. So this kind of groups everything into one campaign. So because they have more irrelevant clicks or fraudulent clicks, they get the lower quality score. Here's where we differ. We try a 1-to-1 method. So we get more relevant clicks, which will give us a higher quality score. So with each campaign, we have one ad group, one ad, and one keyword. And then we kind of do some search engine optimization to find which ones will work the best for you throughout a period of time. So where a lot of people are spending a lot of money, we will help try to make this minimal. We try to spend as little money as possible by making everything else more relevant. So there's also options of using Facebook and Instagram. These do, obviously, the more advertising you do, the more money you end up having to spend for marketing. So we usually start with Google Ads, see how that does, and then you can start adding on to Facebook and Instagram, things like that. But it does start costing a little bit more. So here's an example of a landing page. And what we'd like to have people focus on is how there's a lot of call to action on this web page. One, it shows you who you are, where your services are, and then it gives a call now in the top corner. It's asking people, telling people to sign up right now. And as you scroll down this landing page, it'll kind of give more information about your services, but there's always a call to action throughout that landing page. So we use these different services to create leads for you, which can in turn turn into solar clients, which is what we want you to be able to do. Focus on selling, not focus on lead generating. So what we can get you a guaranteed number of leads. We can get a proven landing page. We can get the perfect ad setup with Facebook, Instagram, Google, etc. We can also do some staff onboarding and training. We can track the leads we're sending. We can monitor. We monitor your campaign. We try to optimize the clicks that are being done, so we're not getting a lot of fraudulent clicks. And then we can also report the leads. So if this is sounding interesting, or something you want to do, my number's at the bottom. So we're so confident we're willing to give up to 50 leads guaranteed. What could that mean for you in your business next month? So we're looking for that one partner in your area because we want to make sure that we are not competing with ourselves to be at the number one, number two position. So let me know if you're interested. My number is 801-979-9915. Thank you very much.